I want you all to just take a moment, watch this video here till to the very end, and I'll be right back, okay?
There's a time when people are married, there's no more love. We just think because there's kids, you know. And then there's some of us who, if you hurt me, I pack my bags. I don't know how many times I've packed my bags. I don't know how many times I've downloaded the app Property 24.
It's not about
and I'm making an example because the problem is that these people, they get married thinking that every time it's honeymoon, but it's not always honeymoon. So marriage are not the same. Your marriage can never be the same as mine, and what you can tolerate cannot be what I can tolerate. We are two different people being ruled by two different things. Just like a Christian marriage can never be like the ones of people that do not believe in God.
Yeah, not true. I agree.
Yes, I hope you all watched. And by the way, you're watching me for the first time, I am Ishmael N, and welcome to today's video. So I'm glad I bumped into this video, because it was so clear what I've once spoken about or been speaking about. That's why I say, like, when it comes to the works of God, the moves when you're flowing with God and all, it's not about always talking from what you have experienced personally, always. That's why some things you must learn from other people's mistakes. If you are to experience everything in life, at times there are things which you're going to experience and you'll never recover from. So as you listen to that video, those people are married. They are married. They have a YouTube channel. They, just like in that video, they talk together when they are making videos and all, and you can just see or guess that, oh, they look happy. No. But one thing, and the problem is, one thing with most people is, most people can't help it but to keep on believing that when they see two people together looking all happy and all, that's how it is. That is marriage. They're always happy. You can't help it but to believe that even when they're home, they're sitting down, you're not watching, they're as happy. Oh, love, oh, babe, all those things. But that's not the reality. That's why I want to talk about marriages, kingdom marriages. Marriages are as such. You must understand when you're about to get married. That's why I also did share in some videos that some people, when you meet them, you might feel like you're not into them in the beginning, but that does not mean you won't be happy with that person. And the main thing about marriage is not to find someone whom, when you look at it, be like, oh, I think with this person, I'm going to be happy for the rest of my life. In a way where you picture it as in like, whenever you wake up in the morning, you'll be happy. Love fades in marriages. That's one thing for sure. You won't always look at that person and be happy forever. No. The only difference between marriage or during that stage and when you are still in the honeymoon phase is when you're in a real marriage and when you're in a bad one is a bad marriage you cannot recover. But a real one or with the right person is you always find ways to see why you need each other. That's why some people, they can describe it as in like you become like best friends. You stick together. You share things together. You do things together. And it's no longer a matter of I'm waking up in the morning. Oh, I'm happy. I'm working. No, that beauty fades away. Even in your own eyes. Even if your wife is still looking so beautiful. But you find that the man now is too used to her. Or the lady is too used to her husband. She no longer see that is that handsome. That's what happens. So, but you find that what keeps you all together, just like a normal friend, is you guys, you get along very well. You do things together. You have kids. You can raise them well and all those things. So that's why it's more hectic and hard for people who they are not aligning in anything at all. Only now they're staying together just because for the sake of the kids. And that's it. So it's harder there because they can't make jokes together. They can't laugh together like those people. They can't make videos together if they are doing videos, just like even different activities. Hallelujah. So that's the reality of marriage. So listen to this. I've recently gotten to have this comparison. You can have a marriage in which in the beginning you get married to that someone whom you feel like you will know, you will feel it, you'll be happy when God brings that person. Because I'm saying this because many people are losing marriages, and there's still more marriages coming away along the way, coming your way in Jesus' mighty name. May you receive your kingdom marriage in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. So listen, the reason I'm saying this is because there's this thing. You can start off and you feel like, oh, that person, I will know that he is the one or she is the one. I will feel it. I will be happy. I will look at they have everything I described, and oh, I'll be you. That's how the imaginations go. And then there are people who, when they start off, they are not so sure about each other. Maybe she's not so in love, or it's not that so sure, but he knows that it's kinda, there's something that is attracting them. Not that they are totally forcing themselves to be with that person, but there is some interest, and you kind of like them, but not head over heel, or that person knocks your socks off, if you know what I mean. So, but the thing is this, with these people, the second people, the latter one is they start at a point where they not into each other that so much, but they eventually start getting used to one another, and eventually fall in love in a normal way, not in a crazy way, but in a normal way. Like, oh, okay, I'm glad she's so supportive. Oh, he's so nice. I didn't know he's this cool. You get what I'm saying? So that with those people, they end up getting into that phase, and that's how the marriage or the relationship will keep on going. Even when you fight, but somehow you begin to realize, oh, you align. So this person is even better than I thought. We are bonding even better than I thought. And then there are those people who are still in this huge honeymoon phase. So crazy, head over heels, everything together. Oh. But they say under normal circumstances, the maximum time that people are, according to research, where the honeymoon phase, because that phase is bound to end. Those butterflies, they are bound to end. Just like when you have money, there comes a time where you get too used to money. When you buy a brand new car and fancy one, there comes a time you get so used to it to the point where you wake up and you don't value it anymore. So even with love, it comes a time where those butterflies, you even almost forget why you fell in love with that person in the first place, or what were you seeing from them. So now when you get to that stage, what happens? Now you are like that second couple. You are now like them. Now, you look at each other, okay. Now you just realize we are together because I like that we support each other. I like that, okay. Yeah, when I want to gossip, I gossip with them. You get what I'm saying? Now it's no longer, oh, he's so hot. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, look at it. No, those things, to you is nothing. So what happens here? So you can see now, both of you now are in the same phase now. The second couple and the first one. The first one started so in love with each other, but they end up in that phase. The ones, they started not so much in love with each other, but now they're in that phase where now you are together because you get along. So that is how marriage goes. And so people, when they can't bond together, they don't understand each other. That's what causes them to fight. And to the point where sometimes it can even lead in separations, divorce, those things. Because you're always fighting, you don't get along, you don't agree. So that's when that's the danger of that stage. Hence, God will give you someone you need, not what you want, not whom you want. Someone you might look at them, oh, I would kill for this woman, I will kill for this person. But eventually those looks, they fade. And the real thing is what remains, their character, what keeps you guys together. So a marriage will come. And you must understand that marriage is where you're getting into. Don't let things make you to miss out from your rightful kingdom marriage because that person was not knocking out your socks off in the first sight. Yes, sometimes they can knock you and still they be the right one. I'm not saying they can't be the right one. Just like the case of Rachel and Jacob. Jacob was so crazy over Rachel. He so loved her. But still, he ended up even being married to Leah, the sister of Rachel, who was not beautiful, who he did not even love. But they had children to show you that one way or another, you can still form a bond. At the end of the day, they were able to find means and ended up being together. So that's how marriages are. Don't miss it. It will come. Before you can push or reject the person, check carefully. Use that attraction that you have. Check the traits, the features, the character. And then you'll be like, okay, the character is good. I'm just not so into them, but let me just give it a shot. That's what you do. But if you feel that you are totally not there, then even if the character is good, but you're totally not into it, you're like, oh, not at all. I try to pray about it, but you know what? I totally not attracted. Then that's most probably not the one for you. And of course, that's all I had for you in today's video. See you next time and bye-bye.